New York was going through one of its most difficult times. Back in 1983 when we started working on the Open Center, and then January of 1984 when we actually launched, there was a huge amount of crime, violence, dirt, grime, injustice, danger. And the conventional wisdom was, get out of here, this is the real world. Maybe it'll work in California, okay, maybe Hawaii, but not New York. If New York needed one, it'd already have one.
Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale to go up and breathe right here.
We saw a need, a social, cultural, spiritual need for in-depth programs dealing with wellness, health, personal growth, psychological development, multiple approaches to spiritual and mystical paths, creativity in the arts, a new and necessary worldview to help us move beyond the materialism and consumerism of so much of contemporary society.
The Open Center responded to that by having the best teachers at the time and programs, experiences that were more inquiry-based, more exploration-based, as opposed to, I have all the answers and you let me give them to you. So the first chakra is the earth element. It's called the root element or the earth element. So it has the associations of being grounded, stability, having roots, having a home. If you don't have safety and survival, how can you go to the next stage? Our education is more, okay, what's most important to you? And let's give you these different approaches, see how they feel, see how they resonate, and then they'll help you to fulfill your deepest values in life, and hopefully your calling in life. How do you awaken the mind? How do you have deeper questions? And then how do you answer those questions?
Dying remains the great taboo in American and Western culture in general. But then I look at where we are today compared to where we were 21 years ago when we did the first Art of Dying, and I see a huge change. There used to be nobody dealing with this kind of work. We were really a very pioneering event.
The Art of Dying Institute is really about answering the question, what is death? How can my approach to death, my inquiry around death, make my life better? That's what we have that's unique. We have this experience to take people and not leave them with a superficial answer, but to take them deeper.
We're looking to transform our culture, our national culture, our global culture, on the issue of death and dying, confronting mortality, mitigating the angst to the extent possible with and around the subject of death.
People would rather talk about pornography than they would about death. Our dying is one of the most important experiences of our life. It's great to bring dying out of the closet because it's this subject that's so taboo.
We're in transition in our culture towards facing it more directly. And with our Art of Dying conferences, we also look at the nature of death itself. What is the latest research around liberating people from their fear of death?
How do I have a relationship with death that isn't close me down, that doesn't make me fearful, that actually empowers me?
The Art of Dying Institute is bringing together the best of the best that's out in this field: bereavement, body consciousness, presence, how to bring people together and how to talk about this, how to embody it, how to bring it into the presence of self and live with it.
We thought, let's start with this institute and not just offer classes and programs, but partner up with colleges and universities to do research. Become a hub, a go-to hub for all these resources, not just the typical end-of-life care stuff, which is amazing, but the spiritual stuff, the different approaches.
There's hundreds of organizations out there doing this work, but they're not connected. Think of a big wooden porch sitting somewhere with lots of chimes on it. The Art of Dying Institute is that big porch. It's a collaborative effort, it's a collaborative institute. We're literally going to change the national culture. That's quite profound.
We show the different aspects and we try to go deeply into those subjects, and then you get to choose and to formulate your own pathway and your own answers along the way.